good afternoon to one and all present here. Like myself, Hani Sultana, working as assistant professor in the Department of Management Studies. And today I'm going to present a lecture series on case study. So earlier, as I discussed in the previous class, I have said about the financial markets and service and introduction, a little brief introduction. And now we are going to see a topic which is related to the a case study. I have taken a mini case which will also have a impact on the lecture series, and it is like by reading into the case we can get to know that we can get a clear ideas whether we have understand the concept or something else. We know that we have come across loans and types of loans, and what are the classification of loans, secured and unsecured, and what are the types and etc. And now today we are going to see the other topic. See, if you look into this picture, see previously we have today's topic, it is all about if you look into the third picture, something like it is a promissory note, or like something like it is so we call it as a commercial paper which is issued by the central government of India. It is also a financial assistance or financial thing which when we borrowed and we can repay in a certain period of time. So if we directly go into this case, see, Akash Steel Limited is a large creditworthy company manufacturing steels for the Indian market. It's now want to that is it want to maintain or retain a Asian market and decides to invest in new high tech machines. So he is interested to expand his the existing venture, and since the investment is large, it is required long term finance. We know it requires a long term finance. We short term finance is not feasible for to Mr. Akash. It decides to raise funds by issuing equity shares. And again the problem here is the issue of equity share involves huge flotation cost. The flotation cost is comparatively high. So to meet the expenses of the flotation cost, the company decides to tap the money market. So it automatically approaches the money market. So the company itself is not raising its capital through equity shares, since it has to meet some other expenses. It is planning for some other thing. So let us, if you look into these questions, it itself will give us an answer. See, based on our understanding. So name and explain the money market instrument the company can use for the above purpose. So it is we need a long term finance where we are investing little high amount, and what will be the which is the right way of approaching the instrument, which instrument will be appropriate. So number one is that, and number two is the duration for which the company gets funds through this instrument. So it has clearly mentioned that it requires a long term finance. We have to consider the duration. We cannot approach a short term instrument any, and state any other purpose for which the instrument can be used. So we also need to think about what is the purpose for which the instrument can be used. Yes, based on this case, now we can frame the pedagogical objectives. So understand the problem clearly, we have understood, and understand the factors that are affecting the current situation. We know the current situation is in need of money to raise the capital, but equity shares, introducing equity shares will make us flotation cost will be high. So this is the problem, and understand the purpose of this case. What is the purpose? Ultimately we need to raise the capital. So here so problem number one, it is all about what type of instrument can be implemented. Here I will say it as a commercial paper. See, for example, into the the topic, after the guess the topic slide, if you look into this, today's topic, it is all about commercial paper. We have seen the picture number 3, like a document like a picture, which is the commercial, which is the copy of, which is the example of the commercial paper. So what is a commercial paper? It is an instrument issued by the large and creditworthy companies to raise the short term funds at lower rates of interest than market rates. based on the market rates. Beyond the market rates, the lower rate of interest will be offered. It is an unsecured, on the other hand, it is unsecured but negotiable promissory note with a fixed maturity period. They will have a fixed maturity period, will get the amount at low interest rate, the flotation cost is nil, and so this will be the correct option for the company to proceed with this problem for the solution. So this is the solution where we are ideating this ideated with the problem which we have come through. So what is the duration? See, the commercial paper duration is normally 15 days to 1 year. So whichever is flexible period, even we can, after 1 year we can include the maturity date. It can also be revised. The maturity date will also be revised. So, and another thing is, last one is, it can also used for seasonal working capital. What is the purpose? So for this thing we are investing for introducing high tech machines. So what is the purpose? Ultimately we need to know the purpose, right? So here, even for seasonal or day to day expenses, that is working capital need, will also be met by this commercial paper. So there is no limit in transactions. So we can even borrow for day to day expenses. That is what it is clearly mentioned here. So we know money market includes the markets for such instruments such as bank accounts. Prominently it is bank accounts, but includes the certificate of deposits, interbank loans, that is loan between the banks. So bank to bank transactions, money market mutual funds, commercial paper, treasury bills, securities lending, and repurchase agreements. This will also included in the money market instruments. So this is all about the case, and thank you for listening.